Hello, this is Nick with Nick's Computer Fix, and here's a video on the SSK M.2 2280 NVMe case. This is a review, unboxing, and setup video. And by the way, if you would like to support my channel, please click on subscribe so you can see more great videos like this one. Now let's go ahead and quickly unbox this because there's nothing interesting about the box itself. So let me open this up quickly and go ahead and pull the case out here. And it slides right out nice and easy. I like that, and there was no big deal in opening it up. Here's the user's manual, and we'll look at that a little bit later. And we also have a USB cable here, and that's a USB-C cable to USB-C. So let's flip this little container box over and unwrap the case itself. And it says SSK, and it's a nice silver. It's very light. I like that. I like the shape of it here. And then on this end we have a USB-C port and an LED light, and then we have the open and lock switch here. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'll slide that, which allows me to remove the inner container here. And once I have it open, you can see all the electronics on one end, and then on the flip side we have some thermal pad there, and then we have 3 holes there, which allows you to put different SSDs in here. And we have the locking nut here. Let me go ahead and remove the locking nut. Whoa, look out, it's very slippery. It can so be careful, don't want to lose this. I think that's the only drawback about this case here is the locking mechanism for the SSD, but well, I dropped it again. See what I'm saying? In any case, you can put it in 3 different positions, and for the 2280 M.2, I'm going to put it in the first position here, and I'll put the little screw in there. And keep in mind that nothing is holding that screw in there, so when you're inserting the SSD into the container, you got to make sure you are using one finger to hold that screw in there. So let me grab my 2 terabyte 22.80 SSD here, and I'll go ahead and insert it into the slot, which is on the bottom where all the electronics are. Let me go ahead and push that in and make sure I insert it correctly. And once it's in position, we can go ahead and put the locking bolt onto the screw here. And this can be a little tricky. You see the grooves on the locking bolt. Okay, it's got to insert right into the groove on the SSD, and then while screwing it down onto the nut here, or the screw, you have to be careful to keep the groove in the same groove that's on the SSD. That way it is flat enough so that there's no sticking out. Then it will go into the case where the arrow is at and go in and slide right in and won't be blocked, and it will be securely in place within the case. And then we can grab our USB-C cable and we can plug that right into the USB-C port on the SSK case here, or enclosure. And then we're all set and ready to go. So at this stage we can go ahead and plug this into a laptop computer or a desktop computer. I'm plugging mine into my Acer laptop, and I'll give you a close-up view here. Let me go ahead and zoom in on the SSK, and you can see I have a USB-C port on the side of my laptop, and that's where that USB-C cable from the SSK case goes into. And once that is done, almost instantaneously on my Windows 10 Acer laptop here, Windows File Manager opens up and it shows me all the files on my M.2 2280 SSD. And as you can see, I have been using this SSD for storage for a lot of my videos that I do on YouTube. Now, before I show you the speed on this SSD, I want to show you that the LED light on it is lit blue when there's activity going on this SSD when it's plugged into the laptop. So I thought that would be a nice thing to show you. So at this point, let's go ahead and jump over to the laptop again, and I'm going to copy some files so you can see how fast it does copy from and to the SSD. And here we have about 3.6 gigabytes of data being copied from the SSK USB case to my SSD internal hard drive on my laptop. Now here's the reverse. I'm copying 3.6 gigabytes of data from my internal SSD on my laptop to the SSK case. As you can see, in both operations, the speed was very good and very acceptable in my opinion. And so I like this USB SSK M.2 2280 case very much. Alright, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like, and leave a like if you like.